Good afternoon. It's actually a bit cold out at the moment. We're gonna do another kayak tour today. There's not much water in the river, you see, but I'll get there. Again, I'm not gonna fish because my hands won't work. But to be honest, it's improving, so let's keep it that way. Sometimes I wish it would rain a little more, but most of the time I just enjoy the nice and warm and sunny weather. Rain at night wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, okay. Let's see. It's Friday, April 10th. I'm leaving on Sunday. So, might be the last tour, I don't know. Not really sure about that. I'm trying to get into my kayak without getting too wet. And I think I can do it. I hope. I'm not afraid of cold water, but it's just a little bit nicer. My feet are still dry. I unhooked my rudder, that's a good thing. Hello. Other than yesterday, or what was it, the day before, I'm wearing normal clothes. I think everybody at the campsite has enough shock therapy. Have to make some adjustments here. One moment. A little bit more. It's my steering rack, but sometimes it's a bit loose. That's also a bit troublesome. No. Stay here. So, good afternoon. Let's see if I can get out of here. Without too much trouble. It's not that easy. I'm getting somewhere. Almost. It's the only problem at the campsite. The water levels here, especially in the summer, are pretty low. We're having April now, and I'm a bit surprised that it's this low already. I hope I'll be back in June, and let's see what happens. Almost loose. I like doing things the difficult way. Sometimes. So again, like I said, no fishing today. Well, there. That won't work with my hands. I brought my Polaroid glasses, so maybe I see something more than the last time I was here. I already saw a frog in the water. I'm just gonna do a little round. That's all. It's good to relax and have some fun. I hope my skin will be a lot better by June. I expect so, because I'm really seeing progress. Totally stupid disease. I mean, it's live, Jim, but not as we know it. I want to have my rudder. The rudder is in the water. It's working. So here we go. I'm on the north side of the Ardèche River, down the campsite. I'm now paddling slowly in the direction of the Rhone River. That means I'm going east. But that's maybe 500 meters, so not that far. There's a little rapid over there. Normally a good fishing spot. The water is very clear, which is very nice. Now I don't expect to see much fish. But again, it doesn't matter. Relaxing on the river. If I get to see something, anything, it would be nice. And if I don't, then I don't, you know. It's really cool out here. In June it's full of water plants and stuff like that. It's good for fishing, but you can't really see what's going on inside the river. Only in the somewhat deeper parts, away from the banks. Other than very small fish, I haven't seen anything this year up till now. But then again, I'm not here for vacation. I'm just here to relax. After the troubles I ran into with my skin problem. I'll be leaving on Sunday. It should rain all day. That means I'm going to clean up tonight. That gives me the possibility to have some other kayaking fun maybe tomorrow. It's also the last day that we have nice weather here for a couple of days. Temperature is around 26, 27 Celsius. And the prediction for Sunday is 13 C. So that's that's an ice cold. Especially for the people who are out here with a tent. I've seen some. I personally always liked camping in a tent. But at the moment, when I see 13 Celsius on the maps, no, that's not my thing anymore. I'll turn you people around so you can see what I'm seeing. I hope that's good enough. I can't see the display. Because I turned it off and I can't turn it on now. Well, technically I could, but don't want to. I think it's okay. There's a little rapid. Looks tiny, but the current is pretty strong, so I have to be careful. I've been down the rapid once before, so it's not a really big problem, but then I have to drag my kayak up the river again. It means I have to get out. And although the temperature is around 26 Celsius, the water still is pretty cold. And it's just a bad idea. For now. If I can prevent it, I will. We're now going to the north side of the river. No, we're going to the... Yes, we're going to the north side of the river. It's my favorite fishing spot normally in the summer. Because the chubs are hanging on the trees. Under the trees, not on the trees. Dude. And then we're not talking about the small ones, we're talking about a little bit bigger, so 30 centimeters, 1 foot, up to about 60 centimeters, which is around 2 feet. Nice fish to catch with a fly. I like that very much because you fish on sight. You see the fish and then you try to lure them into your lure, which in fact it will be a fly. It's a great way of fishing, but not always practical because We are in the Rhone Valley, which means we have mistral winds out here. And although the past couple of days were very quiet, it can blow very, very hard in the summer. And if there's one thing that's troubling when you're trying to fly, to fish with a fly, then that's the wind. It's very light material, and if it's windy, it's almost impossible to fish like that. Not seeing any fish yet. Well, I do understand, normally they try to hide between the plants, and at the moment I don't see many plants. Next to zero. You can already hear the frogs, many. In June they're really loud. Sometimes even annoyingly loud. I see one chub. It's over there. You can see that. Wait a minute. Away you go, let. Over there are some chubs. I've seen at least one. And they usually swim around in groups. I don't think the camera will pick it up very well, but I can see them through my eyes. Makes me want to get my fly fishing kit, but it's just not an option, unfortunately. My hands are so bad. I mean, if I have a fish flying rod in my hands, I could maybe fish, but I'm not even able to not fly on my kit. So it's just not an option, unfortunately. I could try, but to be honest, my hands healing is more important than anything else. Nobody? If you go down the channel, you might find a fly fishing video, which is made at this spot. Partly in the rain, because why not? The rain in June is warm water anyway, most of the time, so. A little bit of rain on your head when temperature is over 30 degrees centigrade Celsius, that's okay. I don't really care. And again, like I said last time, I don't see much junk in the trees from people who are fishing here. It's nothing. Could well be that only happens in April, May, early June. I'll see that in about 8 weeks, I think. I hope I will be back again during a normal vacation, instead of trying to recuperate from some stupid disease. You can see my skin isn't that bad, that okay, but I put on sunscreen factor 50 plus twice, so I should be okay. And the sun is it's not that bright today, it's a little bit cloudy, hazy, so I'll be fine. No chubs, nothing. Seen one and that's it. You can already see some plants in the water growing. I think that's pretty early. I didn't expect any of this. I mean, the weather here for the past few months, let's say winter, was pretty cold. Just like at home, it was very cold. Too cold to my liking. But then again, I was sick over Christmas, so and then my car broke down and I had to fix that. And because my skin lost all kinds of protective barriers, including the retainment of heat. I couldn't stand to be outside longer than 2 minutes and then had to go back in. I had to change my battery. It took me all afternoon. It was terrible. Ordering a new battery was a problem too, because I tried to go to shops, but they were all closed because of Christmas. And the ones that were not closed didn't have the right type of battery. And then the type isn't really the problem, there's a chub. Pretty big one. But the correct size was the problem. Two years ago I was in this spot a little bit further upstream. I was fishing. I had my kayak laid to rest on the water plants, so it didn't drift away. And then all of a sudden a very big catfish bumped into my kayak. First reaction was shock, what's that? And then I saw the catfish. It was pretty cool to go through something like that. They like to hide here in the water plants in the summer. I don't think they are here at the moment. But then I don't know. They can hide pretty well. They won't move. If you touch them, they will. Or like for 2 years, if you're right on top of them, maybe they get annoyed or something like that. Not sure what happened. Way too many water plants, more than I thought. As you can see, the water is very clear. That's nice. But that's also pretty normal out here, so I'm not that surprised. I'll be on the river for about an hour, then I have to make some dinner, which didn't happen last night because of something that came in between. And then, like I said, I'm gonna clean up. As to have some time tomorrow for some entertainment and some relaxation. And Sunday is back home through the rain. To Kassel in Germany, where it will be cold again. Catfish like to hide in this spot as well. Seen them a couple of times in the summer. But today nobody seems to be home. And I'm not gonna poke around. Let's just go a little bit upstream. Maybe some surprise will be waiting for us again, like yesterday. No, the day before yesterday, a big splash somewhere. I looked back at the video to try to find out what it was, but It was just outside of my view, so I'll never know. At least I can see a little bit more in the water than 2 days ago. Easy going. I do get it's April, but what I don't get is I don't see any fish. I don't understand this river very well. So we're looking at what can be there and what won't be there. Maybe it's just the cold water, I don't know. I'm gonna be a little bit closer to the banks. There's a big tree behind me. I should not go in there. No, it's not that big. I see a big dark shadow, but I think it's just what it is. A shadow, nothing else. See some small fish. This normally also is a good place for carp under the overhanging trees. They like to hide over there. But again, nobody. Nothing. I heard a big splash, but I don't know where it came from. Oh, on the other side of the river. That's cool. Something big was jumping over there. I'm not sure what it was. Too far away. I do not really have much to tell today. We can discuss my dinner for tonight. I'm not sure what I'm gonna cook. Maybe a ton of mushrooms with spare ribs. Something like that. But I haven't decided yet. I have to go to the shop anyway. So I can decide over there what it's gonna be. The only thing that's for sure is that it will be an air fryer meal. I had a nice tiny air fryer, but I bought that thing last year. not too expensive, and I really did buy a small one because I thought, well, you know, you're alone, you don't need that big of an air fryer. But then I looked at my spare ribs 2 days ago and I sort of gave up on them because that wouldn't fit, so I went out and bought me a bigger one. On the box it says it's for 6 persons, and yeah, it's big, but I learned my lesson. You know, but there's a catfish. There it is. I hope you guys can see that. Let's see. Come on. As you can see, it's not moving. It's right there where I expect them. I'm now over his head. There it is. I have to move myself out of the trees. One moment. That's very, very cool. I'm hanging in the trees right now. That's not so cool. Still there? Yeah, there he is. Let's try to make some underwater picture of it. Its head is over there in the trees, in the water plants. It's trying to hide from the light. I think it's a little over a meter. You can see his side fins over there, dorsal fin. I'm gonna put you guys upside down. I'm gonna put I'm back in the trees again. As you can see, the catfish is very, very relaxed. Is it 2? No, it's only 1. Cool. I will poke it a little, but I have to rearrange my position. I did not expect that. And if there's one, there are more. Where are you? There he is. He or she. It's over there. I'm back in the trees again, but that's the last time. Let's see if the fish will move a little. I'll be gentle. Yeah, there it went. There it went. There you can see where it went. And I'm back in the trees again. Wait. You can see all the mud in the water. Wow. Very cool. I think it went to the other side of the river, from what I saw. So we won't see that one again very soon. But like I said, if there's one, there are more. That really makes me want to fish. Damn it, I can't. It has to wait till June. And in the meantime, they can have a mating party and make sure we have more fish next year. Although, to be honest, there's more than enough catfish in this river. Small ones are everywhere. And I used to catch them every year, the little ones. Anyone else home? Oh, that's very cool. I just did not expect. I hoped for it, but I did not expect to find a catfish lying in the water plants like that. Not at this time. Made my day. Sometimes it's just worth it to go on a river, stay quiet, take your cool, and just observe what's going on. I mean, fishing is really wonderful, especially when you're going after catfish, but just seeing them in their natural habitat, doing what they do, you can learn a thing from that, you can just enjoy it. Whatever you like. During the day they are not on the hunt because they are nocturnal. Like I explained earlier, there's another one. There. Wow. I'm gonna try if I can get it into view. It's really there where they need to be. It's hanging under the trees. I see it wiggling. It's not on the bottom. It's on the surface. Maybe it's the same one, I don't know. Size would fit. And it now knows that there's somebody who might disturb the fish. But how do I get there without turning it away? Yeah, it's a meter size. From what I see on this side, it looks like a hammerhead, but that's just a shadow. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit closer. One moment, please. I will point it out to you. There's a little bit of a branch, and to the right side is his head. Under that piece of wood. I'm too far away from the bank. It might just flee, I don't know. If it's the one I just gave a little bump it might be a bit annoyed, but it's not scared of me. Those fish usually stay where they are. Still too far away. Can't see it at the moment. Again, if I want to show you the fish to you, you'll go upside down. I don't know how my camera takes that. I will see that later on. Oh, bear with me. Still too far away. Well, let's see if it's there anyway. Did not see anything leave the jet. Yeah, it's still there. Just keeping its cool. And like I said, it's not a very big one, but worthwhile watching. It's a bit hard to reach because I do not want to disturb it too much. And steering a kayak is not always that easy if you don't have speed. That's the nature of boats. If you don't have speed, you're helpless in the water. I'm getting pretty close. I can see his tail wiggle. You can see his head over there. There's his tail. I'm gonna put you guys underwater. Maybe you can see something. I don't know. Okay, I'll try one more time. One more time, and then we go further up the river. Let's see how far I get before it decides it's had enough. I'm pretty close right now. There it is, the big shadow. You see his head, his fins. There's his tail. Wow. Let's see if I can get in front of him. He's still there, but he's a little bit down to the bottom, so it has seen me, of course. I might land in the plants again, or in the trees. I don't see it at the moment, but the angle is not easy. I'm pretty sure he didn't leave. Wow, so cool. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I'll back up a little again, see what's going on. Yeah, it's still there. It's now on the bottom. Or not? No, it's still on the same place. The tail is a little bit on the bottom, a little bit deeper, and the head is looking up. It's just hanging around. He or she just left. And I did not see that happen. I only see it's gone. I maybe spooked it away a little bit. Or not. Let's try one more time. Yeah, there he is. I see his tail, I see his head. He's gone a little bit deeper. Something went away. Let's see if that was the catfish or not. No, it's still there. So that means there's another one. I wonder why I didn't see it. Good. I'm gonna look for another spot. I either saw the same one twice or I saw two. That's very hard to determine, and I will never know. Those are the typical spots for the catfish. Hiding under the trees in the shadows. Keep the sun out of their eyes, because they don't like the light at all. There are some frogs out here, but I only see them when they move, like flea. There's a spider hanging on my eyes. Nobody home at here. I'm absolutely sure there's another one. But then again, they are not easy to spot, depending on where they hide and how they hide. They're a little bit like an ostrich. Ostrich, how do you call them? Once the head is in the trees or in the plants, then the rest doesn't matter. Seen that a lot. They only hide their head. I see a carp over there. There he is. I hope the camera picks it up a little. There's another one, a big one. And another one. Carp is always a little bit shy. A little bit much. Once you spot them, they're gone. Most of the time. Maybe it was just carp what went away a little bit earlier. It can very well be. I cannot really determine what it was. Because I only saw the ripples on the water. I have seen carp and catfish hang out together a lot. That I know. But that can easily be just a coincidence. There's another carp gone. I actually should think about building something to hang the camera under my kayak. There's another carp. Now, seen a bunch of them now, 6 or 7. Like I said, I need to think of something. I have a couple of cameras. The camera I'm using now is a DJI Osmo 5 Pro. Way better than any GoPro I've ever seen. Besides the GoPro software, they call it Quick. It's awful. They want you to sign in with a username and a password, so you can upload everything to the cloud. We're talking gigabytes. That's not so easy. And if you don't want to do that, then you can continue as guest. I mean, I paid for the camera, including the software, and then you call me a guest on my own machine. I'm not very happy with stuff like that. But then cloud is just not my thing anyway. And if you look what's happening in the world of tech these days, it's cloud, it's size providers, it's everything externally that's leaking your data, or even worse, connectors that are weak and they enter your network. That's my professional side of things. It's my work. I try to prevent using the cloud as much as possible on a private level. What my business decides, what they need, is not really my decision. I partly understand we need the cloud, but I don't like it. It's a risk. Every Excite connection you make, you have, it's just another hole in your network. And if you have a very good protection of your network, like I'm really sure we have a very good protection, and then you open up some connection to another party who thinks otherwise. Yeah. What can you do, right? It's not so easy. This is the catfish spot I talked earlier about, but I don't see anyone. Again, there are no plants, so nowhere to hide. There's some shadow here under the trees where they like to hide, but I still think it's early season. It's really cool that I saw at least one catfish. Just look how beautiful it is out here. And listen to the sounds. I hear a small plane far away, but that's about all I hear. I hear the frogs, the splashing of my kayak, my pedals, myself talking too much about nothing, actually. Well, you can always turn the music off, or the sound off, and turn some music on, if you want to. I think I already told you I do not really have much to say today. Or on any day for that matter. I'm not really a talker. Anyhow, let's go up the river a little. Then we go to the other side again, that's the south side, and then back to the campsite. Because I really want to make sure I have some decent dinner tonight. Yesterday was a whole other story. Not bad, but it's just that I wasn't able to make a decent dinner at the time that I had chosen during the day. So I ended up eating a lot of sausages at 11:30 p.m. Yeah, why not? I'm now back in the somewhat dangerous tree area. It's a kind of risk that I take. There's another chub, there's a little one that I saw. It's crazy, right? 2 days ago I haven't seen any fish. And now I have seen at least one catfish, 7 or 8 carp, a bunch of chub, or chubs, how do you call them, I don't know. I'm already very happy that I know they are called chubs in English. In Dutch they are called kopvoren, and in German it's, I forgot. How can I forget that? Dubbel! I had to think about it. And in general it's called fish. Okay, let's agree on that. English fish, German fish, Dutch fish, it's all the same. This is an area of the river where I normally only see small fish and perch. And occasionally a pike. Yeah, and I have seen some other fish, but not really worth to mention. Besides that, I don't know how to pronounce it in English. I forgot again. I have to practice a little more. We're not going that far, we're going to the little carp area, which I pointed out 2 days ago. And then again back to the campsite and go to the Lidl and get me something to eat. I really would like to have some mushrooms tonight. And if not, then I just open a can of mushroom soup, because that's what I got at the campsite. I wish we had this kind of weather in the summer. And I don't mean the hazy sun, I mean the wind conditions. It's very quiet. I might even put up my drone later tonight. Haven't done that in a year. All kinds of crazy stuff. Fishing, drone. I only use that stuff at the campsite. Because the weather in my area isn't that great. When I'm at home, I'm having too much other stuff to do normally. That's what you get with HDAD. You don't find your rest, you always have something to do. Always. I have a friend who has complained to me that I'm not able to sit down for any longer than 5 minutes. And he's right. That's correct. I used to watch TV in the night, in the evening when I wasn't single. It was all pretty cool. But now I have 3 TVs and yeah, I could easily sell them. I won't even notice that they're gone. I can't just turn on the telly, sit on the couch and stay there for the rest of the evening. That doesn't work. Now it's cooling down pretty fast in the evening. Normally during my normal summer vacation in June, I can go up the river when the sun goes down and go after. Not really go after. I'll film some beavers. We have a lot of them here. They come out in the evening. They're not that scared, but when you're coming close, they will smash their tail on the water and then go away. And then 10, 20, 30 meters, they go up again and stare at you, see what you're doing, fly around, swim around. That time of year you also can find snakes in the water. Not the deadly ones, just the simple European snakes. Also very cool to look at. I just want to say I haven't seen any predatory bird yet, but now I see one. It's hunting for fish. And the water birds over there don't like that. I do not really know how they're called. I would say cormorant. They eat a lot of fish. They are evasive here and there in Europe. When they arrive to the river or the pond or whatever, will lose a big part of their fish habitat. Or population, I must say. They are really a pest. Well, let's go on a little. We are going to the other side soon. There's nothing to see here on this part of the river as usual. So let it be. By the way, I'm not gonna edit these this kind of videos. If it's boring, it's boring, and if you like it, you like it. I really don't want to take out a notebook, laptop, to make a giant YouTube influencer edited video. It's not my thing. I could do it, but it's a lot of work, and why would I? If there was any carp over there, it got chased away by the birds, I think. But that's life. Bonjour. I'm not alone on the river. I got some comments about my outfit from 2 days ago. So today I thought it was a good idea to normalize the situation a little. So I'm wearing my normal fishing hat, a white t-shirt. It's the only one I got, and half a short. I didn't bring a short, but I found one in my caravan. I left it last year for me. Besides the beer that I left and the toilet paper that I left, and what else did I find? Wow, that's close. I hope that was into view, the bird of prey. It had a little fish. The sun is hazy and there's a little bit of wind and I'm freezing. It's partly because of my skin condition, but yeah, I shouldn't freeze to death out here. Yeah, let's go back. There must be some fish hanging around here because the bird was still catching something. If you see those birds hanging over the water, then that's a good sign that there's any fish around. Either small or big. And usually small because I'm trying to get my camera, huh? Because birds like that can't really eat a big carp. At least not that I know of. Alrighty, here we go. We're now in the shadows. I try to stay a little bit on the sun side. Otherwise it will be a bit cold for me. Yeah, pretty useless. All you guys see is a little bit water and dark shadows, I think. But other than that, there's not much to see either. So let's go to the banks a little. I don't care. I'm cold already anyway. It should be actually the mating season for the carp. And that means they will be hanging around the banks where it's not so deep. But I haven't seen a sign of that kind of behavior until now. It's so quiet out here. Including in the water. We found some fish, but not that many. Cool anyway. I'm really looking forward to watching the video to see if the camera could pick up the catfish. So I have to edit anyway a little bit. But as long as I can do that on my tablet, I'm fine. I just don't want to take out my laptop. I packed it away after I used it for something else earlier this week. I have a little TV and it normally runs a fireplace from a USB stick, but for some reason that didn't work very well. So I tried to fix that, but again, it didn't work very well. And now I'm doubting if I leave the whole setup here, so the TV like I normally do, or I bring it home and try to fix it over there. I'm not sure yet, because the whole plan is to not pack my car full to the max. The only thing I want to bring when I come here next time is some clothing and some technology like my cameras and my drone. Yeah, well, one TV will fit, but I'm not sure. I do not know what I'm gonna do, but I'll see all that tomorrow or this evening. Like I said, I'm gonna clean up and pack a little, trying to minimize the junk in my car. I'm almost certain I'll be back in June. That's in 2 months, and then I can always look what I need to bring home or not. The shadows in the water are a bit annoying because you never know if it's a shadow or a fish unless you go a little bit closer. I must say, if you're still watching this video, then you're not easy bored. Like me. I can watch videos like this for hours on end. Even if it's only running in the background. If there's something happening that you need to see, I'll shout. Maybe, if I don't forget. I forgot something. I have a big magnet with me and I want to try to do some magnet fish. Somebody reminded me of that yesterday. Today I forgot, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Since I'm unable to fish, there's nothing wrong with dropping a magnet here and there, especially in the deeper parts of the river. A little bit upstream. I could try that for a change. I actually did buy it for that, but I never used it. I bought it 2 years ago. It's hanging out in my caravan. I know it's there. I keep forgetting to actually try something. Now I don't really expect to get a lot out of here, although I have seen a lot of junk in the river. It's France. But and I have to be careful not to lose the magnet because it gets stuck somewhere. That would suck. But if you don't try, it won't do anything. I've seen some fishing gear here and there on the bottom, out of reach. I mean, I'm not gonna dive 4 meters deep in this water. I know the surface temperatures in the summer are really good. Then we're talking about 25 plus Celsius, which is a temperature that I like. I mean, I have a pool at home, and if the water is colder than 26 centigrade Celsius, sorry, then I will usually refrain from going into my pool. It's too cold for me. Only if ambient temperature are above 30 degrees or so, then maybe I will. This is the spot where I filmed the catfish last year. No, it's 2 years ago. It was on the north side of the river, and then I came by, and then the fish went away and went in this area and was hiding under the banks. That was over there. Also very cool to see. I have some good video of that fish. Maybe I'll link it somewhere if I think about it. Maybe I won't. You can try to find it yourself if you want to. These are perfect hiding places for the catfish. Especially when there are not that many trees around to hide under. Real trees or tree stumps, for instance. Like we just saw on the other side of the river, where a catfish was hiding under some debris and a stump. Makes it very difficult to spot them if you want to see them. Especially now, because the sun is not shining in the water anymore. At least not where I am. Normally it's full of fish out here, this part of the river, but either they are not there or I can't see them. I'm now gonna hit my head. Okay, I'm fine. You can now enjoy my feet for the rest of the trip. Unless something special comes by, which I don't expect. I'm getting cold. Why am I so tired? I did sleep about 5 hours last night, which is a lot recently. Hiding place is enough, but I don't see anyone. Well, I can't fish anyway, so does it matter? Just a little. Well, I've had enough. I'm starting to freeze. So I'm going back to the campsite. I don't know what time it is. I think it's around 6 o'clock p.m. I'm hungry. I can also cook 12 eggs because I do have them. I did not have breakfast this morning for some stupid reason. I don't know why, but sometimes it just happens. That was my rudder. It's now back on the boat. Now I have to circumvent this area because it's getting very shallow. And I don't want to run into the bottom of the river. I will try to get out of my boat without getting my feet wet. For convenience. I got new neighbors again. I had some new neighbors yesterday too. The plots on the campsite are really big, but for some reason they decided to park their camper van almost into my tent. I did not complain, but it was annoying. So much space. What I can do is maybe take a little picture of the campsite. I mean, I'm not gonna take pictures as in click and make a photo, but I can extract them from the video if I want to. That's the rental tent area. And that's my spot over there. That's my caravan with my awning and my car. I'm now in the sun, so it's a little bit warmer. I could just film a little bit more to extract some pictures of my surrounding. Because why not? I never think about that for some reason. Let's just go around. It's windy. It will be even worse tomorrow. And it will be terrible on Sunday. So I have to take my awning down anyway, whatever I do. That's mine. Okay. I've had enough. Come on, let's go. You can hear the frogs. There are frogs that just do quack, quack, quack. And then you have those that scream a lot. I guess those are the males. And they can be very, very annoying. I mean, when I'm in my bed or so, I can hear them and then it's fine. Helps me sleep. But when I'm here on the bank in June trying to fish, and those frogs are screaming into your ears in the middle of the night, it's just... I know it's nature, but sometimes it's really, really annoying. Most of the time it's very annoying. There's one. I will try to zoom in a little later. Mark and Mindy. It's a series in the 80s, I think, on TV. Here we go again. I will get my feet wet. Let's try this again. I did not really think this through when I got here. We're gonna do a take two. I'm almost free. Almost. Let's try again. If it doesn't work, then I get my feet wet, so be it. I'm not really scared about that, but if I can do it in another way, I would be. Ah, forget about it. No, I'm not giving up. I just didn't have enough speed. Let's try this again. I think I'm on the wrong spot. Yeah, I know this is stupid. At least I think people think it's stupid, but I'm almost certain I can do it. Okay, here we go again. I can do it. This is gonna work. I hope. And again, if not, then it won't work, right? So it was a bit tricky. Yeah, I'm on the bank and my foot is still down. Oh, how do I get out of here? My feet are dry. Cool. And now I have to get my kayak somehow. Come on. Hi again. You may think it's light, but it's not. It's a very heavy kayak. And I'm not that big, as you can see. A little more. Yeah, I need some more training. I know. Well. So there we are again. I hope you enjoyed it. At least I did. That's my little compound. Let's not film the other people. It's not what we should do. Anyhow, I'm gonna make some dinner. Thanks for watching. See you later. Maybe. Or in 2 months. Not sure about that. Bye bye.